You're in for it, now brutal truth. Regulatory rundown startup horror stories. Founder FAQ advice. You didn't ask for last laugh. Brutal truth. The VC Hunger Games. May the dilution be ever in your favor. So you think you're groundbreaking, world-changing, definitely not like anything else. Ever ideas enough to land you a fat VC check? That's precious. Let's do some math. Less than 1% of startups actually score venture capital, and most of those don't even survive past Series A. You officially have better odds of getting hit by a rogue Tesla while holding a winning Powerball ticket and getting struck by lightning at the same time. Here's the cold, hard truth. Nobody cares about your disruptive idea, especially not investors. They care about execution. Your TED Talk pitch won't save you. Your vaporware MVP won't save you. Your 1,000 upvotes on a startup subreddit won't save you. The only thing that might? Revenue. Real, paying customers. Proof that anyone is willing to throw actual money at your business. So before you spend another 40 hours tweaking your pitch deck's Why We're Different slide, go make some money. People think investors fund great ideas. They don't. They fund momentum. You could have the worst pitch deck in the world, but if you show undeniable traction, investors will chase you down. Daniel Priestley, multi-exit entrepreneur and guest on Diary of a CEO 2024. Also, stop winging your finances. A smart CFO or finance pro will make sure you're not bleeding cash before you even get funded. Need one? FinSuite Consulting has you covered. Regulatory rundown regulators in 2025 be like, what classified documents? These were just, left in the gold toilet. 2025, the year regulators. Kick down your door. Hope you enjoyed the move fast, break things era, because regulators are done letting startups run wild. If you're in crypto, fintech, AI, or handling user data, expect new rules, stricter enforcement, and fines that hurt. Who's in the crosshairs? Crypto and fintech. No KYC, no AML. Enjoy the subpoenas. AI startups, trained on stolen data, say hello to lawsuits. Data-heavy businesses, mishandled user data, expect massive fines. How to not get wrecked. Take compliance seriously? Now. Hoping you're too small to notice? Bad bet. If you handle money, get KYC AML right. Regulators are watching. Secure user data like your survival depends on it. Because it does. Hire a compliance expert before you need a lawyer. It's cheaper. Regulators aren't playing defense anymore. Either get compliant or get crushed. When startups fake it till they break it, how to overdose on hype while selling boner pills. Nothing screams tech disruption like taking off-the-shelf prescription meds, slapping on a minimalist logo, and convincing investors you've revolutionized healthcare. Hims & Hers did exactly that, turning Viagra, hair loss pills, and skincare treatments into a sleek, millennial-friendly wellness brand that looked less like a pharmacy and more like an Instagram ad for oat milk lattes. The pitch was simple. Healthcare, but make it hot. And for a while, it worked, with a promise to destigmatize men's health. Translation, sell generic ED meds with better fonts. They skyrocketed to unicorn status. Investors couldn't throw money at them fast enough. Who cared if they weren't actually solving anything? Their branding was impeccable. Their influencer strategy was on point, and their ad spend was so aggressive that if you were a man between the ages of 20 and 50, you probably got hit with at least one performance ad before finishing this sentence. But here's the thing about scaling a regulated healthcare company like a DTC deodorant brand. It eventually catches up to you. When you're burning millions on marketing, selling meds through an online questionnaire that takes less time than ordering a pizza, and expanding into every wellness niche imaginable, people start asking questions. And by people, I mean the FTC, regulators, and investors who suddenly realized they might be bankrolling a very expensive house of cards. Then came the pivot. Because, of course, when you've saturated the boner pill and hair loss markets, the natural next move is Heart Health. Yes, the same company that aggressively peddled ED meds to 20-somethings suddenly decided cholesterol was their next frontier. Because what pairs better with performance anxiety than arterial plaque management? But the magic was fading. The relentless marketing wasn't converting like it used to. Their stock took a nosedive. Investors, once giddy with the promise of a billion-dollar health tech empire, started side-eyeing the numbers. The whispers turned into headlines. Was Hims and Hers an actual revolution in healthcare, or just a glorified pill mill with great branding? And just like that, the company that promised to keep things up couldn't stay up itself. Even a last-ditch effort to dive into the prescription, compounded, and Hollywood-endorsed weight loss injectables market didn't save them. The FDA and powers that be recently decided that the GLP-1 meds are no longer allowed to be compounded, meaning that latch-ditch effort was about as saggy as the loose skin left over from the thousands of customers left without their next round of medication, and the company was left to file for bankruptcy. Founder FAQ, stop playing CFO on hard mode Q. When I think about FP&A, models, and budgets, what should matter to me? A, your startup is hemorrhaging cash and you don't even know it. Every founder loves to talk about hockey stick growth, but let's be real. You're probably burning money like a bored billionaire on a submarine joyride. Too soon? Investors don't want your fantasy projections, they want real numbers. If you don't have a grip on your finances, your high-growth startup is just a slow-motion bankruptcy. Advice you didn't ask for. Investors aren't your parents, they don't fund bad ideas. Out of love, here's a reality check. Just because you think your startup is revolutionary doesn't mean anyone else does. Investors aren't lining up to sponsor your dreams out of the goodness of their hearts. They're here to make money. If your product isn't selling, it's not because the market doesn't get it. It's because you haven't proven it's worth paying for. It's not a branding issue, a marketing issue, or a people just don't see the vision issue. It's a you issue. The last laugh breaking, FTX's new chief of compliance takes Halloween very seriously. Sources say he's also in charge of security for customer funds. So, good luck with that. Cold email setup offer. We sent 10,000 cold emails per day and scaled a B2B offer to 1.8K MRR in 90 days. Now, you can have the same system set up, completely done for you inside your own business without going to spam or spending thousands of dollars. Get pricing and details.